Times.
Yeah, obviously you can't win a Big 12 game when you get down 16-0. But at that point, you know, you just try to give yourself a chance, and I thought we did. I think we cut it to 5 or 6 and then had back-to-back turnovers. So these Big 12 games are always long games, no lead safe and no deficits not, you know, manageable. So, you know, we showed a lot of fight throughout the game, but, you know, we just didn't – got to play better. There's two things going on in these games. You got to play hard and fight and compete. That's a given. And then you got to play well. And then you have to have multiple people play well. And tonight, just too much, West Virginia.
I guess it's two different kind of games for you, knowing that you had guys that fought as much as they could to the bone, as Naeem said, but, you know, you're kind of missing some guys that are kind of really valuable to your team.
Yeah, we obviously are missing players, but that's not the story. I mean, it's the guys that play are scholarship players in the Big 12. I mean, you gotta play. You know, I mean, I had a lot of respect for Naeem tonight. He played like a senior that was trying to, you know, get Keenan and Zach and Justin's backs, and he played great. If he didn't get in foul trouble, you know, he might have had 35, 40 tonight. So that hurt him getting in foul trouble. But credit West Virginia on that. They're just so aggressive. They can get you in foul trouble. Hall of Fame coach and really good players. And so, yeah, we just got to play better. You can't get down 16-0. You know, we used a couple timeouts. We tried to get some things going, but you got to credit West Virginia. They're the reason why we got down so big early.
Their shots, your defense, what wasn't going or what was going for them or wasn't going for you during that early stretch?
I think a little of both. I didn't feel like we guarded tonight like we have to. They score 84, but Coach was very kind at the end of the game. He could have scored 100 tonight, you know, from where I was sitting. So I was really disappointed in our defense. And then offensively, you know, just like to attack more. You know, I guess we end up shooting a decent percentage, but, you know, we got to just a lot of our turnovers just kill us. And we got to have more offensive balance. I mean, Culver and Naeem have big nights. We got to get Z more shots. Yeah, so I'd credit West Virginia. I think they're the reason we didn't play well tonight.
I'm sure you've seen in scout that West Virginia's given up a bunch of big leads this year. Is that something you kept preaching your guys in the huddle to get them to come back?
Yeah, not so much specific with West Virginia, but just specific with basketball at this level. You know, every night on the ticker, on ESPN or Fox Sports, got a friend who works at Fox, and when I always say ESPN, kind of disrespect him. So every night on sports media throughout the country, you'll see there's one of these games, right? Somebody comes back from a huge deficit or somebody, unfortunately, gives a game away with a big lead. So one thing we always talk about in our program is just giving ourselves a chance. You know, playing it to the bone is our terminology and our culture. And I thought we did that tonight. You know, I thought our guys did a great job getting back in the game after getting down 16-0. But just too much West Virginia in the second half. And, you know, I speak for everybody in our program as well as probably everybody in the Big 12, but those two guards are two of the most special players that I've ever played in this league. And I have a lot of respect for them, Carter and Miles. And, you know, tonight when we got here, I knew Carter was going to be out there getting shots up because I've heard all about him. I tell our young guys stories about guys like Carter all the time, and sure enough, he was. And so I had a chance to tell him how much respect we have for him and me personally. And then the same thing with Miles. Those are two great players, and I want to congratulate them on a great, you know, Big 12 regular season. And you know, we hope we don't have to play against these guys in the tournament because I think they're really good.
You'll have your own senior night on Saturday, but is there a different dynamic for the seniors when they go through a senior night, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. It's an emotional game. I don't know their situation, but a lot of times players or families don't get to see a lot of games, and then all of a sudden on your senior night, your family's in town, and you got to worry about tickets and you know, where mom's going to stay and that kind of thing. So I think there's some distractions that can be involved in it. So then they're just such emotional games. But I thought West Virginia played great. From my point of view, they were poised, and it just looked like the same well-coached Coach Huggins team out there tonight.
Keenan Evans has been trying to push through the injury. Did you just say enough's enough, or what was the reasoning behind him not playing tonight? And going forward, what do you think his status will be?
Yeah, those are decisions made by the trainer and doctor, number one. If guys can't play, they're not going to play. And then if you get in that area where it's pain tolerance and options, and I've always really relied on the players. You know, I trust the guys, especially seniors like Zach and Keenan that know their bodies more than anybody. So those guys have shown a lot of courage getting back to this point. But tonight was a decision that was made that hopefully will help them as the season continues. But we obviously missed those guys tonight. And then Justin Gray's back in Lubbock. He got a concussion on the first play of the Kansas game on a hard screen. And so we're just trying to get those guys back.